Imagine trying to get within a few meters of one of these five people. Before you even take another step, dozens of eyes have already spotted you. Some officers are dressed in uniform. Others look like ordinary people in the crowd. Vehicles suddenly change routes, the radios come alive, and an entire security operation swings into motion. These aren't celebrities with private bodyguards. These are the five most heavily protected figures in Kenya. But here's the surprising part. The person at number one doesn't just have bodyguards. The security involves hundreds of elite officers, intelligence operatives, and specialized units working around the clock. And trust me, the level of protection at number one makes the others look almost ordinary. Let's begin with number 5. You might think that the country's top police commander wouldn't need much protection because he commands thousands of officers. But that's exactly why the Inspector General of Police is one of Kenya's most heavily protected individuals. Every major policing decision passes through his office, from coordinating national security operations to overseeing the entire National Police Service. The Inspector General constantly deals with matters that affect the country's safety. Because of this enormous responsibility, the Inspector General receives round-the-clock armed protection. Highly trained officers accompany him almost everywhere he goes. His official residence is under constant security surveillance, while specialized VIP protection teams remain alert whenever he travels for official duties. But even with all this protection, the next person on our list has security that extends far beyond personal safety. Unlike politicians who campaign in public rallies, the Chief Justice rarely seeks the spotlight. Yet, this office commands one of the strongest security details in the country. Why? Because the Chief Justice leads Kenya's judiciary, the arm of government responsible for interpreting the Constitution and making final decisions on some of the nation's biggest legal battles. Court rulings can influence politics, elections, businesses, and even national stability. That makes the office incredibly sensitive. To guarantee safety, both the Chief Justice's residence and official office are heavily guarded. Whenever the Chief Justice travels, a lead security vehicle clears the way while armed officers maintain close protection throughout the journey. But the next person enjoys something even more noticeable, a convoy that many Kenyans recognize instantly whenever it appears on the road. Whenever Parliament is in session, one person is responsible for maintaining order inside one of the country's most important institutions, the Speaker of the National Assembly. While many people focus on lawmakers debated inside Parliament, very few notice the extensive security surrounding the Speaker. Both the Speaker's home and office remain under constant police protection. Whenever official travel is required, the Speaker moves with the lead vehicle, a backup vehicle, and a team of armed officers accompanying the convoy. Security doesn't only protect the Speaker. Members of the immediate family also receive protection because of the sensitivity of the office. And if you think that's impressive, wait until you discover who occupies the second position. Holding the second highest office in the country becomes with enormous responsibility and equally enormous security. The deputy president is constantly under the protection of an elite team of heavily armed security officers. Reports indicate that at least 45 officers are assigned to protect not only the deputy president, but also members of the immediate family, close relatives, official residences, and other key locations linked to the office. Wherever the deputy president travels, security planning begins long before the convoy even leaves. Advance teams inspect the route, traffic officers coordinate road movements, a lead vehicle clears the way while backup vehicles closely follow behind, ensuring that every journey is as secure as possible. Whether attending official meetings, visiting counties, or addressing public gatherings, multiple security agencies work together to minimize every possible risk. But even with all that protection, there is one office in Kenya whose security operates on an entirely different level. This is the only person whose safety is considered a matter of national security every second of every day. When it comes to security, no one in the country receives more protection than the president. As the head of state and commander-in-chief of the Kenya Defense Forces, the president's safety is considered a matter of national security. Every public appearance, every journey, and every official event is carefully planned long before the president even arrives. At the heart of this operation is the Presidential Escort Unit, better known as the PEU, the elite unit tasked with the president's close protection. Leading the unit is the PEU commandant, who oversees the president's entire security operation, assisted by a deputy commandant responsible for coordinating personnel and operational deployments. Working alongside them is military aide de camp, or ADC. While many Kenyans recognize the ADC standing just behind the president during official ceremonies, few realize that this officer is far more than a ceremonial figure. The ADC is highly trained in combat and serves as one of the president's closest military assistants, ready to act as an immediate protective shield if an emergency ever arises. But that's only the commandant structure. The real security operation becomes even more impressive whenever the president steps into public. Although many people only notice a handful of officers around the president, his security detail can involve more than 200 officers deployed across multiple layers, all working together to ensure his safety. The first layer is the inner ring. This consists of elite plainclothes officers from the Presidential Escort Unit who remain within just a few steps of the president all the time. They are specially trained in close quarters combat, defensive driving, evasive protection tactics, and rapid response procedures. Thus, the responsibility is simple: to react instantly to any immediate threat. Beyond them is the middle ring. This layer is reinforced by specialized commandos from the General Service Unit's REKE unit. These heavily armed tactical officers constantly observe crowd behavior, monitor rooftops and elevated positions, identify suspicious activity, and prepare immediate counter-assault responses should the need arise. The final layer is the outer ring. Here, General Service Unit officers work alongside local police officers to secure the wider perimeter. They manage crowd control, establish security checkpoints, secure entry and exit routes, and ensure the venue remains safe throughout the president's visit. Together, these three security rings create overlapping layers of protection, making it extremely difficult for any threat to get close to the head of state. And that's only what happens during the event itself. The operation actually begins days before the president arrives. Advanced security teams travel ahead to inspect every route the president will use. Bomb detection teams and sniffer dogs search roads and buildings. Parked vehicles are checked, communication systems are tested, and nearby hospitals are placed on standby with emergency evacuation plans already prepared. When traveling by road, the president moves in a highly coordinated motorcade featuring heavily armed vehicles, bullet-resistant escort vehicles, tactical support teams, and secure communication systems that keep every security team connected through the journey. If the president travels by air, security extends beyond the ground. The Kenya Air Force provides aerial security support during presidential flights, while contingency arrangements may include positioning a backup aircraft or helicopter nearby as an additional precaution. Yet, perhaps the most important layer of protection is one the public rarely sees. Behind every presidential movement is the National Intelligence Service, which continuously gathers intelligence, conducts threat assessments, monitors potential security risks, and screens individuals expected to interact closely with the president. Local presidential protection offices also work closely with national security agencies whenever the president tours different regions, ensuring security plans are tailored to each location before the visit begins. In reality, protecting the president is not the responsibility of one unit alone. It is a coordinated effort involving the Presidential Escort Unit, the General Service Unit, the National Intelligence Service, local police, and other specialized security agencies, all working together with one mission: safeguarding the head of state. It is this combination of elite personnel, advanced planning, intelligence gathering, and multiple defense layers that makes the President of Kenya the most heavily protected individual in the country. And after seeing how extensive this security system is, it is easy to understand why protecting the head of state is considered one of the most demanding assignments in Kenyan security services. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.